what's happening all. So a quick recap of the last wonderful week. A couple of days I was actually out of town, and I'll throw up a couple of pictures. It was a really pretty place. I didn't take too much footage though, because I plan to ride up there, and you know, most of it I'll probably film the whole way up there and back, so I'll have a lot through there. But I did take a couple pictures. I rewatched the first video and I noticed a lot of things that I didn't like. One being the quality of the footage. I forgot to run a sharpness filter to clean it up and sharpen the things up. And then I put the wind filter on the microphone and went out the next day and got about 2 to 3 hours of footage to pick a couple clips out of, and unfortunately it ended up like this. So you do have to make it past the year, but the issue out here is they never... So I went home, did a little internet searching about what the problem might be, and it turns out from everything that I found, it's a setting in the GoPro camera that tries to fix the audio, but it's actually causing more problems. So I shut that off, changed a couple other things, went out, and I ended up with this footage. That was another 3 hours. So I don't know, 6-7 hours of wasted footage there. But I guess it's not wasted. It has bad audio, but the footage is still okay. So I'll probably end up using it for clips or for different things later on down the road. Then I decided the smart thing to do would actually be to make the setting changes, go out in the garage, throw on my helmet, give it a 2-3 minute clip, and then check it out before I went out and filmed 3-4 hours of footage. So I did that. And everything looked good, everything sounded good. Went back in the house, you know, took all the footage off it, got the camera all ready to go, threw it on the helmet and went out. Like I said, it's been a pretty hectic week, so I didn't have a bunch of time to go pretty far away. It's been raining, and well, I guess I did go far away, but not on the bike or anything like that. So I actually found a kind of neat little place that's over by the post office and decided I'd go over and show it to you guys real quick. Unfortunately, after knowing that all my camera settings and everything was good, I went out and the footage from that came out looking like this. And for those of you that are getting ahead of me already, I forgot to turn the camera on. There's a small button on it, and every once in a while with your gloves on and stuff, you can't feel it when you push the button down, and you can't really hear it because I usually have headphones on or something like that. And where it's mounted on the helmet, you can't really see the red flashing light or anything. So lesson learned, to make sure that I check in my mirror or something to make sure that the little red light on the front of the camera is flashing, or it's saying it's recording. But for where I was trying to actually show you guys last weekend, it's just a little place, but it's kind of interesting. The city of Davis spent $15,000 in 1995, I believe, making this tunnel for frogs because they were hopping across Interstate 80 and getting smushed. So they spent all this money and they built a tunnel for them underneath of the road. Unfortunately, the frogs didn't get the memo, so they weren't using the tunnel. In what I can only assume had to be a French guy's idea, they put lights all the way through the tunnel. The problem is, for those of you that are ahead of me, the lights created so much heat that it was cooking the frogs on the way through. So they would hop in one end and frog legs out the other. So they said, all right, no, that's probably not a good idea. But then they ran into another problem, is that they were using the tunnel and birds had figured out they were using it. So the birds were waiting at the other end of the tunnel. And once the frogs hopped through, free lunch. And they were eating them all. So I don't know, I don't even think they use it, or, you know, if they do, it's just bird food. They still built this little town thing by it that has little houses and stuff. Now, they put it by the post office here, which I don't see how that helps much, because what, the frogs are gonna hop out of that side and onto this little piece of road right here? There's no swamp or anything on this side, but they were coming across the road and getting mushed. So they built a little town for them. And this right here is the toad crossing, which actually it wasn't meant for toads, it was meant for frogs, but they put up these little houses, and that's the tunnel that they wanted the frogs to come through, but it looks like it's just full of trash now. I'm not saying that they don't still use it, but I believe it just runs straight across over to the other side. But it was kind of a death trap, because all the frogs ended up dead. So I don't think there's anything in any of these little houses, any toads or frogs, but we can go take a look and see if we can find out where they come out at on the other side over there. Pretty short upload this week. I wanted to go to Lake Berryessa. There's a big dam up there, a lot of twisty, windy roads up the mountain. Very beautiful place, but it's been raining off and on a lot, so I can't really take the whole day and head over there, because not a good place to ride in the rain. And on top of that, they shut down a lot of the paths when it rains out. Now, I think the tunnel comes out over here in this swamp area, down over by the logs over there maybe, and it just runs across over to the post office. And there's actually a dog park over there, which is always good fun. I'd imagine in the future, once, you know, far future, once all this is settled and I can edit the videos and, you know, I'm very proficient with that, I'd imagine that would be my logical next step, would be a gaming channel. Because if I'm not out riding, I'm playing games. Or playing with my kids or cleaning the house. But really, you want a video of me cleaning the house? I mean, I guess I could try the whole French maid thing, but I still don't think many would want to see it, so we'll leave that one out. Next week will be a little busy, but I should have some time to get a little bit of footage in, get something done for you guys. And once again, thank you very kindly for watching. If you would care to like, comment, subscribe, dislike, hate, meh, whatever you feel like doing. Either way, I'm gonna do what I do, and I will see you all next week.